Hey everyone, it's Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. Thanks for joining me today. So I made this book here a couple weeks ago, and it was just an old book of my mom's. It was an old recipe book that I know that I would not use. So I just altered the book, and I'm going to use it for my book of big ideas. Now, it's not going to be probably my ideas, but things I learned to do, what I want to start doing at least once a month. I want to make at least one thing that is new to me and put it in my book so that down the road I can remember things that I've made, because a lot of my journals that I make, I make new stuff, but I put it in the journal and then I sell the journal and then I forget what I've done. So I thought, well, when I make something new, I can just put it in this book and, like make two of them, one for the journal that I'm working on and then one for my book of ideas. And I just used a paint marker to write that on there on the front, which we can, if I do, like a new journal topper, I can put that here. And then I'll remember, oh, well, I kind of did, use these materials and came up with that, whatever. So this is a little folio that I made a few weeks ago with you guys. And this is the one that was kind of off-centered. And then this is the one that I wanted to keep because I folded it just a little bit different. And that's the one I want to put in the journal that I'm working on. And then, but this one, I mean, it's still worth keeping. And remembering later on, oh yeah, this is really cute. And then I can make it again. So I just paper clipped it to the front page here. And then Pam did a video today. I think it was this morning that I watched her make these pockets out of envelopes. And I thought that, because I love working with envelopes, and I thought that is the cutest idea. So I made a little pocket out of the envelope with a journal card and decided I am going to paste that in my book of ideas. So I thought I would share that with you guys so that if you thought it was a good idea, you could alter a book. And there are plenty of videos out there to show you how to alter old books. So there's my book of ideas. Okay, so over on Pam's Etsy, she has come up, she has a series. It's a fun, no thinking series that she's been doing videos, and she has a playlist that you can go and check out all those videos. They're all grouped together in one playlist. But she took her fun ideas and she put them on these beautiful cards. So she has that over on her Etsy for sale. I did not check the price, but it's, probably just a few dollars that you can purchase to print those out to have handy when you're coming, into making, certain things. So she kind of gives you a little broke down formula that you can use no matter what you're making, whether it's pockets, tags, clusters, journal pages, just anything you can think of. So today I am going to work on her no thinking, is it the hinged elements? Yes, I'm going to do some hinged elements. Okay. So I don't want to put those you know, too much in the camera, because, you know, I really want you guys to go over and check it out on her Etsy, for those. And I'll leave a link to her Etsy in the description box below. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to pick our item that we are going to hinge to our next page. So I am going to get my next page out, and I have a playlist on this binder that I've been working on, so that you can go back and check out all the other videos that I've done so far on redoing this old cookbook. I don't even know how old it is. It was by Hallmark. I found it at the Goodwill for like $2, $2 or $3. So I have my page, and we're going to pick our object that we are going to hinge. So last video we did some pinola paper, and we backed it on to a couple different things. This is an old dictionary page. Well, we did tissue paper, we did pattern paper, and we did packaging paper. So I'm going to use the dictionary page today. And what I want to do is, I think this border right here will make a good hinge. So I'm going to leave this, but I want to kind of cut. I'm going to leave it just a little big, just in case I do make a mistake. I can always trim more off, but if I end up cutting it too short, then yeah, I'll be upset. So, all right, I am going to slide this in here, and I am going to trim this down. So this is going about 6 5/8. And my page, if you guys want to know, I mean, it's probably going to be different. So what I've been doing is, well, you can cover the whole page if you want, which is about 6 3/8. Now this, I am going to start at the hole. I'm not going to cover my holes, because a lot of times I will, and then I'll just punch them back out. So that's going to be 5 3/4. So what I want to do is, I am going to fold this over and try my best to get it straight like that. Okay, so I definitely need to trim some off from the bottom, actually, and just a little bit on the sides. So I'm actually going to get my cutter here. So trim just a tiny bit off of that side, and a tiny bit off the end. And let's see how that works. I'm going to bring it towards me, Gamstone camera, so I can see just a little bit. I think I almost kind of want to go just a tiny bit more shorter. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Now, I am going to miter this hinge here. I'm not worried about if it's even or not because we're going to cover that hinge up on the inside. All right, so I'm going to ink. Okay. All right, so we've picked our object that is to be hinged. All right, now let's get the next one, which is we're going to give it purpose. So what is the reasoning behind us putting this little flap? And darn it, I wanted it to flap this way. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want it to flap this way. I changed my mind anyways. Okay, so back behind here, of course, I have these cooking words. So I want to cover that. And I'm actually going to keep this because we might be able to use that later on for something else. So the purpose is going to be writing space. We're going to give this some like hidden writing space back behind there. So first, what did I say? 5 3/4. So these are the journal pages. This is just printed on copy paper. So 5 3/4. Let's go 5 5/8. Okay. Oh, there we go. Trying to get that white off the edges because I don't think we have to cut any off the height here. Okay, come on, open up. So I want to glue that to that hinge like this. And then glue it down to my page. And then that's going to open up. And then we're going to have all this writing space here. So I'm going to ink this. All right. So I want, this is just PVA glue. And let me go ahead and ink this so you guys can see. There we go. See my little flap? And I am just going to put glue on this flap. Okay. And then I'm going to lay my paper down and try and get it centered and not go over that crease so that our little book here folds up without any issues. All right, so now I'm going to put glue on the back side here. And then that is going to make our this card even more sturdier. And it's going to cover those words that we don't want to see. There we go. Oh, I just tore it. I pushed too hard. Okay. There we go. All right. So now, since I tore that, look at me getting my washi tape out. Woohoo! Let's see. This has pretty butterflies on it. And I have these two that, this one might be better. These I got off of Amazon. See if I had, that has flowers and birds. Well, come on, Lisa. Get a hold of it. No, so far I like that one. This one has butterflies. But it's a little more green. I kind of like that one. Make sure I remember where I got these out of. Let's use this one. Okay, this one goes in here. All right, and then this is the IB washi tape, which is really nice washi tape, just so you know. I ordered another one, so I am waiting for it to arrive. And then I'm just going to put some washi tape right down here. So I want to tear that edge. And tear that edge. And that covered up my little boo-boo there. And it just adds to it. Okay, so our purpose is secret writing space. Okay. Now, oh, let's put this back. Well, maybe. My hands aren't doing very well with that. All right. Now, then, so then we will add an extra, which I'm probably going to add a couple extras maybe. So, just like a tab. Let's add a tab. That'll be our extra. And then from there, you can take it however, like decorate as much as you possibly want. So let's grab, okay, we got a scrap. I mean, it's a good scrap. And then I have this tab maker. There we go. And I'm going to put a tab on my page right here. Now don't forget, Pam has a whole series of videos on her no thinking formulas. So there we go. Get that stuck down, turn it over, and then let's put glue on the rest of the tab. And it's just, ideas to get you started. Because a lot of times, I'll look at something and I know I want to do something, but I can't think of anything to do. Well, that's where I think her formulas are going to come in handy. I did not ink that. Because it's going to help me get started. Because at least if I can get some basics down on the paper, then, I can go from there. All right. So, I kind of just like that. I mean, I'm going to add something to the front, but here again, I'm thinking, what do I add to the front? So, I do have this envelope here that came with the digital kit, Grays in the Grace. So, I could do a stuffed envelope type thingy. I'm still looking to use this envelope that I made. No, I don't want, and this page is kind of feels like a regular book page, so I do not want to do that. That turned out so pretty. So we could stuff this envelope. We could even make a text spot back here for it as well. And then we've got a couple tags that we could put back here. And then we've got some journal cards that we could put in there. We can even put a Velcro border. Let's see. Yeah, I like that one better. Okay. I like it. I'm sold. All right, so let's ink these. And we will put a ribbon on these. Well, I'm thinking that one will put a bow. This one will tie a ribbon on it. Okay. Let's get this journal card here. All right. We'll stick that back in there. And let's see. Let's get this card. And we'll put that inside the envelope as well. Okay. I must say, having some, having some ephemera cut out and ready is much better. All right, so that one, and let's cut some of this. So this one, we will put a bow. Maybe. Oh boy. Oh. Trying to make my little loops even. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to cut this one off just a little bit. And then I'm going to use some Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue. Since that is fabric. Hold that down. I need something else to put in the center. I just don't know what. I think maybe a little green flower. Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd my little flower go? Okay, I think that'll be all right. Come on, glue. Okay, put that right there in the center of that bow. Okay, and then this one, we will. Hi, Dog. What are you doing? Okay, and then let's cut those off the same. And I am trying to get that there. Okay, so we have our two little bookmarks. And then let's put, I'm using my Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue on this because it's kind of heavy. So now I'm thinking, though, because that feels like regular paper, like a book page, that I might need to put something on the back side to help strengthen it. I found these little Velcro dots on Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid for them, but there is a ton in here. I wonder if it tells me. 2016 pieces of little Velcro dots. Okay, so there's that. So that'll stay closed. Okay, and then we can slide these back here like that. And look, that's going to poke up over. So yeah, I'm thinking on this back side, maybe some more journaling space. Although that's going to be kind of rough because of the envelope. So maybe we don't want journaling space. Oh, come on. Just that tiny little strip. It's so hard to tear sometimes. And it's like, I think I'm pressing down and holding tight, and nope, it slides right out anyways. Okay, which this is just copy paper, so that's really not going to make it all that thick. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have I have so much stuff piled up. I mean, it all goes to this journal. Oh, I think that'll be good right there. Let's tear it down just a tad bit more. There we go. That way I'm not covering my tab. And I'm leaving some of the pianola paper. I'm actually going to make it just a tad bit shorter. Not much, just a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So let's give it some ink. So yeah, I think her formulas are going to be extremely helpful for me when I am just sitting there staring and it's like, okay, I want to craft, but I don't know what to do. So, you know, at least, you know, I can make some tags, or clusters. Oops. Okay. All right, I think that is good. Set my glue up here. Oh, here, we can take these out for just a second. So that's flat, so I can rub this down gently so I'm not tearing any more paper. Oh, that's okay, because we always know how to cover up boo-boos. Okay. So, got our little flip. And see, I mean, I would not have thought to do something like that if it wasn't for her no thinking formulas. You know, to pick, you know, the item that I want to flip, to pick my writing space, you know, and then my extras. All right, let's see if we can find a little word to put on the front of here. I'm going to close my glue up though real quick. Let's see. So let's get a little bit of what do you want to call this stuff? Cheesecloth. It's like I know the name of it. Come on, get it out. My brain goes haywire sometimes. Oh, so, and another thing, if you're having trouble getting your pieces to distress, just take a seam ripper and it's actually kind of amazing on this cheesecloth because it just helps pull out some of the threads. Kind of reminds me of burlap, but in tiny version, if that makes sense. Okay. There we go. All right. Is that going to be... Get all them little strings off. I think that'll be fine. Give this some ink. And then I'm using the Fabri-Tac glue, so I make sure that it goes through the, yeah, that stuff. I keep wanting to say cottage cheese. Cheesecloth, that's it. Not cottage cheese. It is not cottage cheese. Okay. There we go. And I just make sure I put plenty of glue and it will go through and glue that cheesecloth down. All right, so there is the front side. And now we just got to do the back side. Okay, put my glue. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing, buddy? Do you need to go out? Huh? Okay. So, let me look. So we did the fun no thinking selection system for hinged elements. So we picked our hinge, we had our purpose, and we did, it says one extra, but I did a couple extras. So, because I've got to pick a background for this page. What if we did a belly band? Because she has a no thinking belly bands. So we will pick our base strip. So I think our base strip should be this. What are you doing, dog? Do you need to go out? Or are you just in here to be close to me? Okay. All right. My dog is ridiculous. Oh, we need to cover this page. Okay, so I am going to take, if you're telling me you need to go back out again, okay. So here's our base to our belly band. But we need to find a page Where's my okay, so I don't know what I did with these are cardstock. I don't know what I did with my prints on the copy paper. Okay. Anyway. They're in this pile somewhere, I'm sure. All right, so there is our background. Perfect. Let's ink. Phew, it's starting to get a little warm back here. Today has just been an absolute beautiful day. Like, the temperature is not too hot. I don't have to have my air conditioning on. I really don't like central air, to be honest with you. I wasn't raised with it. But I mean, when it gets really, really hot and humid, we do use it. I wish I didn't have to, but if I didn't, then we wouldn't sleep. But that's when it's like probably 80 or above and humid. That's what kills me, is the humidity. So let me take these out. Okay, and then I'm just going to center this the best that I can. And oh, there it is. I was like, guys, I am losing everything. It's a little crooked. I'm going to try and pull that over just a tad. There we go. All right. So I'm going to make that just a little shorter. Yep, and then a little thinner. Okay. That could make a good page edge. So I think I will keep that. Okay. So then that way I can still see that butterfly. So I'm going to start by inking this first. I don't know if I really need to, but I am going to, just in case. Okay. All right. And then the next thing we're going to do, it says to anchor our layer. Add one contrasting or supporting layer. Okay. So we can just move this to the side for the moment. So we want something to go down the edge. Some washi tape. How about that? Let's see. Oh, here's a pretty green eucalyptus looking one, which is what it looks like we have going on in this journal. And there it is. Okay. slide that in there. Oops. And I'm going to tear that. And try and tear this edge. Okay, maybe not. Oh, here. Maybe this will help me. And maybe not. There we go. Good enough. All right. So we did a layer. We could do a couple layers if we wanted to. Yeah, we could do some book page. Oops. Yeah, let's add some book page. Why not? Maybe just a little bit thinner, a little bit smaller. Okay. Then I'm going to tear off these ends right here. Oh, that's perfect. Let's give it some ink. And I don't normally do belly bands because I think when I make them, they turn out looking silly. So I'm hoping this no thinking formula is going to help me. And I think it's going to. All right. Got some glue. Come on. Perfect. Okay. All right. And now the next thing is we want a focal image. So we have a lot of those here. Ooh, I like that one. Or that one. See, here's some more of that eucalyptus. The lantern. There's some blanket. Oh, here's a little butterfly maybe we can add too. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, and it's got music notes on it. I wish it was the other way though. Okay. Let's use this. And maybe that and that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. All right. So we have our focal image. Choose the main thing you want to be noticed first. So that is my little bucket of flowers or plants here. And oh, an accent. So we could add a word, label, number, or small detail. Butterfly. Let's see. Where is... Oops. I have my little doodad folder here. Let's see. Here's a little ticket. part of a tape measure. We could do that. I have no idea where I got that little paper tape measure. It just like showed up one day. Oh, look at this pretty glittery butterfly. Blackberry jam. That one's green. Okay. So there's that. All right. Okay, so we have an accent and then a finishing touch. Like a button, ribbon, lace, twine, charm, a tiny flower, stitching, or a small gem. So, finishing touch. I kind of like that. And then we can put the butterfly up there. Okay. And then I do have some twine that I haven't used in a while. So what if we did a little twine bow? Down here. So let's cut these off just a little bit. Okay. Oh, I like it just like that. Okay. Now if I can remember, let's ink these. I mean, we could even try it with this green one too. Okay, we can use both. All right, give my little butterfly some ink. Okay, now the butterfly we know is going to go at the top. So let's go ahead and, yep, I like her like that. Our Queen Anne's lace is starting to bloom out. And we've got honeybees and butterflies. Pretty soon we'll have bumblebees. Because the bumblebees like it too. Okay. Nah, I kind of like just the bow. No, I like this. Okay. All right, so I am actually going to put a little glue on this tip measure. And I'm going to tack it to the flowers. That way, it's going to be exactly where I want it. Okay. There we go. So we'll put that right there. Okay. And now we will use our Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue. Sometime next year. Yeah, I think I just need to fill it up. And then we'll put that right there. And then I'm just going to hold that just for a second. Let that tack up. Oh, I want that Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue still. Okay. All right, I think we should be good. And now we will put our No Thinking belly band on. And that makes me feel better because a lot of times when I put stuff together like that, like clusters and stuff, I'm looking at mine like, oh my gosh, that looks horrible. How does everybody else just make those so pretty? And with her formula, you know, it's letting me know that, you know, well, here's your focal point. So use your focal point, do your, you know, your layers. And then, what was it? Accent, your focal image, accent, and then your finishing touch. So we have the base strip, we have our anchor, our layers, whatever. We have our focal point, we have our accents, and then we have our finishing touch. And that right there is amazing. So then we just take a journal card and we have a belly band. That's not the one I'm going to use. And that's not one I'm going to use either. Let's see. These are actually inked and ready to go when I feel exhausted. Whew. I feel exhausted every day. I don't know about you guys. I am just going to go ahead and ink this. I don't think it's going to hurt to have a little purple back there. There we go. Perfect. Now, where's my book? Oh, here it is. All right. So then even this page here, we could put a Velcro dot on it to keep it closed. Which honestly, I might do that. So we have that little flip. And then we have that. I'm afraid that it might rip that as thin as it is. I could put it right here. I'll just leave it for right now. If it becomes, you know, irritating later, I can always put a Velcro dot right there. Maybe like add a circle or something to add it onto. So there we go. We did 2 of Pam's No Thinking. We did the flip page, which I wanted it to flip out this way at first because I thought that might be better, but it's okay. So we have our little pocket with some goodies inside here with a Velcro closure. We have our journal tags right there. Then it opens up and we have all this beautiful writing space that we could even add some, little accents too. And then we flip it over and we have this beautiful belly band. That might be one of the prettiest belly bands I've ever made. I made one back here, right there, but even this one is not as pretty as using Pam's formula. You know what? I wonder if this will fit in there. I've been dying to find a place to put that. Okay, we'll try it. I mean, I made it loose enough, so okay. So then we have one more section left to do the first page in that section, and then we'll start all over in the first section and start on page number 2. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my video today. Please go over and check out the No Thinking printouts that Pam has. I will leave the link in the description box below. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and select all so you don't miss any future content from me. Give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think so far, any suggestions that you might have. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.